gentrification. Not always a bad thing, but it takes away the history and the culture of certain areas, especially when you want to replace it with something that doesn't necessarily represent or benefit the people in that area.
Structure, assistance, and enhancement. I feel like a lot of economic assistance is really needed. You have a lot of reconstruction where you see a lot of old tarnished houses being torn down and new ones being built, but yet I feel like sometimes it's not directed into what is mainly in need for the people.
We learned about the world pre-COVID.
Yeah.
What exists in my mind that I know about being an adult is everything that happened before COVID. I'm still trying to deal with the fact that I'm an adult and everything is 2 to 3 times the price, and I can no longer budget for what I was preparing for. What I was used to.
Yeah. I feel now government-wise, resources have been very unsustainable when it comes to the people. An example, I would say Medicaid.
Definitely is, loss in the Medicaid, but there's also some gains as well. Yeah. So I know you were going to say tap in on that, so you can go ahead.
Definitely. I'm a tax preparer also, so
yes.
I do everything. But we had a lot of what you had called 8962, and that was for the healthcare marketplace. A lot of people saw the commercials where they said, call this number, get this healthcare marketplace, and you'll get $600. The fact of the matter was they wasn't getting the actual money, but a lot of people, when their taxes were rejected, I had to call them, and they say, well, what is that? And I would tell them, hey, take advantage of this program. I was able to receive therapy. Yes, a lot of development that people just don't tap into.
Being a part of the Urban League has definitely showed, when I came up here for the first time, everybody was genuine. When I was on my job search, I'm getting phone calls constantly with updates and, hey, how you doing with this? It was different for me, you're right. I never had anybody who called me and just wanted to know, how I was doing with my search and things like that.
I've been a member of Hall for about 5 years now. And the Houston Area Urban League, they've been helping me fund for college.
Hall has positively impacted my life, especially my resume. It looks so good, and especially getting my second job, my part-time job. They were like, oh, you've worked for Hall. I've heard that it's a great organization, and it's become a talking point. And with the job readiness and job training that you do receive being a part of their programs, I feel like I've prepared even when I do leave Hall or graduate school and pursue my own career.
I know when I first came in contact with Hall, I had no idea about all of the services because I'm not from, originally like everybody else is here. So being able to see the resources and being able to be reached out to, and again, being seen as a person and not by the problem, so that in itself, and being able to be replied to in emails and not being left on red forever, things like that, and getting your questions answered so you can actually see that you're progressing in the right direction. That's what makes you feel better. The opportunities given, the financial side. We had a program with Spendette, so it feels really good, to be able to be a part of something that you feel very adamant about. Spendette was the resource that I had contacted with, and what it is when you have a bank account, how you take a small portion of it and try to save. Well, Spendette you can actually make a dedicated account, and you can say, I want $1.75 out of each transaction that I do. Okay, so they helped me pay off my car. Let's get to the long story short. They helped me pay off a car. And it didn't take me long. It took me like a year and some change to pay off a car. I guess because I was using my debit card, but with that alone, and they have almost helped me pay off another. So it's the best thing that's ever happened to me.